welcome to AETA Talks, the official podcast of the American Embryo Transfer Association. I'm your host, John Gibbons. I'm an associate professor of reproductive physiology at the Texas Tech University School of Veterinary Medicine. I also serve on the board for the AETA. I chair the education committee, and I'm a member of the promotion committee.
I'm one of your co-hosts, Dr. Ramon Duarte, AETA promotion committee member. Great to be with you all today.
And I'm your final co-host of AETA Talks, Dr. Kelsey Savell, AETA Education Committee member. We've got an exciting show lined up for you today.
That's right, Kelsey. We're thrilled to have a very special guest joining us today, Dr. Ken Bindle, AETA Vice President and Convention Committee Chair. Is here to give us an exclusive preview of what promises to be an incredible AETA CETA ACTE 2025 annual convention happening from October 16th to 18th in Reno, Nevada.
Remember, if you enjoy the AETA Talks or have any feedback for us, please let us know at the address aeta@asssochq.org. That's aeta@associationheadquarters.org.
And also make sure to like, subscribe, and rate us on whatever platform you're using, and spread the word to make a friend or a colleague.
Also, we would like to give a special thanks to today's episode sponsor, Vitelli. Vitelli is a data-enabled biotechnology company reshaping how cattle producers worldwide optimize their herds. Through Vitelli's integrated technology platform, generations of genetic gains can be made in just a few years. This allows producers to sustainably deliver more protein with fewer inputs, helping to ensure meat and milk are viable, competitive food choices for future generations.
Yeah, we're really excited to hear what you and the convention committee have been working on.
Thanks for having me on, everyone. I'm thrilled to share what we've got planned for this year's joint convention with CETA. This is going to be something really special.
Let's start with a big picture. What makes this year's convention unique?
Well, Ramon, first off, we're partnering again with CETA ACTE, which always brings together the best minds from both sides of the border. But what I'm really excited about is how we've structured this year's program. We've got something for everyone, from basics to cutting-edge research, from large animals to small ruminants, and we've significantly expanded our student and technician programming.
That expansion sounds intriguing. Can you tell us more about that?
Absolutely, Kelsey. One of the biggest changes this year is that we're offering student and technician sessions on both Friday and Saturday. This is brand new for 2025, and it really reflects our commitment to supporting the next generation of practitioners and the vital role technicians play in our field.
Let's dive into the specifics of the pre-conference programming on the Thursday. I understand that you're chairing one of the pre-conference seminars yourself.
That's right, John. I'm co-chairing Pre-Conference Seminar 1 with Dr. Justin Christensen from CETA. It's called Back to the Basics, Applying Bovine ART Fundamentals to Everyday Scenarios. Dr. Melissa Haag will touch on overcoming challenging implant days, from weather to misaligned recipient to embryo numbers, and many of the other challenges faced when not everything is going as expected. Also, Dr. Jennifer Barfield has an interesting take and some data on what to do when your freezer fails. Both of these presentations will offer multiple take-home tips for any practitioner. You know, sometimes we get so caught up in the latest technologies that we forget the fundamentals, and how we adapt to challenging situations is what makes or breaks our success rate.
And I think that's a really important point for all practitioners, the very experienced or the very new. We can all benefit from revisiting the basics.
Exactly. And we're also offering a specialized session on small ruminant embryo transfer presented by Dr. Lynn Tate from OC Flock Management. And in addition, right before I jumped on the pod, I just got an email from Dr. Tate informing me that Dr. Dustin Davis from Dynamic Concept Services will be joining the pre-conference seminar as well to speak to cervids. We know that the sheep, goat, and cervid markets are growing rapidly, and practitioners are asking for more training in this area.
The program's research lineup looks fascinating this year. Can you highlight some of the scientific sessions you're most excited about?
Where do I even start? Dr. Jimena Laporta from the University of Wisconsin-Madison is presenting on fetal programming effects of late gestation heat stress. With climate change being such a pressing issue, understanding how heat stress shapes future generations is crucial for our industry.
And I see Dr. Eric Rooker has two different sessions, one on neonatal lung ultrasound and another on preventing burnout.
Dr. Rooker's sessions are perfect examples of how we're addressing both the technical and human sides of our profession. The lung ultrasound session is incredibly practical. He's teaching us how to use thoracic ultrasound to diagnose respiratory issues in ART offspring and even pre-screen before laparoscopic ovum pickup. And the burnout prevention session, well, let's be honest, we all need that right now.
Program really seems to span the entire spectrum of reproductive technologies. Please tell us about some of the other sessions.
We've got Dr. Jen Hatzel from Colorado State covering equine ART, which is always popular. Dr. Dustin Davis will be presenting on multi-state practice management for small ruminants and cervids. That's incredibly relevant as practices expand across state lines.
Well, I'm particularly interested in Dr. Cecilia Rocha's session on precision estrus detection for embryo transfer in beef cows. That sounds like it could really impact success rate. Is that correct?
Absolutely, Ramon. And Dr. Joseph Dalton from the University of Idaho is tackling something we all deal with, how semen quality affects ART outcomes. These are the kinds of practical, science-based presentations that attendees can immediately apply in their practices.
I noticed there's a practitioner forum roundtable on IVF lab setup and operation. That seems incredibly for those considering expanding their services.
AETA's past president, Dr. Greg Schuler from Sunshine Genetics, is leading that one, and it's going to be fantastic. Setting up an IVF lab is a major investment, and Dr. Schuler is going to share both the victories and pitfalls, the real practical stuff you don't learn from textbooks.
And Dr. Danielle Bickett-Weddle's biosecurity session couldn't be more timely.
Right. Biosecurity isn't just about following protocols. It's about protecting our clients' livelihoods and our own practices. Dr. Bickett-Weddle's approach of making biosecurity practical for busy practitioners is exactly what we need.
Well, let's talk about the professional development aspects. The convention is offering both recertification and certification sessions, which I need to do mine this year.
Professional development has always been a cornerstone of AETA, and this year we're making it even more accessible. Dr. Clay Briner is chairing our certification session, and we've structured the recertification to be both informative and convenient for busy practitioners. Remember, AETA certified practitioners must attend a recertification session once in their 5-year cycle. Be sure to check your cycle status to determine if you should attend this year's session with Ramon.
Yeah, this really emphasizes AETA's commitment to always maintaining high standards in our embryo transfer industry.
Exactly, Kelsey. Certification isn't just about credentials. It's about ensuring we're all operating at the highest level possible for our clients and their animals.
Yeah, looking at this program and using your crystal ball, what trends do you see emerging in our field?
I think this program really reflects 3 major trends. First, there's increasing precision, whether it's in estrus detection, semen evaluation, or diagnostic imaging. Second, we're expanding beyond traditional dairy and beef into small ruminants, equine, and even cervids. And third, there's a growing recognition that our success depends not just on technical skills, but on sustainable business practices and practitioner well-being.
Well, that last point about practitioners' well-being is so important and often overlooked.
It really is, Ramon. We can have all the technical knowledge in the world, but if we're burned out or our businesses aren't sustainable, we can't serve our clients effectively.
Let's circle back to the expanded student and technician programming. What's driving this emphasis?
Students and technicians are the future of our profession, but they're also critical to our present success. By expanding to both Friday and Saturday sessions, we're acknowledging that their needs and learning styles might be different from established practitioners. We want to give them more opportunities to network, learn, and feel valued as part of our community.
That is a great investment in the future of ART.
It sure is, John, and it's not just about the future. Many of these students and technicians are already making significant contributions to practices. They deserve programming that speaks directly to their roles and challenges.
Well, for practitioners who are on the fence about attending, what would you say to convince them to actually go to the ATA this year?
I'd say this: every session has been designed with practical application in mind. Whether you're looking to improve your success rates, expand your services, manage your business better, or just avoid burnout, there's something here for you. Plus, the networking opportunities are unmatched. You'll be learning alongside colleagues from across North America and beyond.
And for those who might feel like some topics are outside their current practice scope?
That's exactly why you should attend those sessions. The small ruminant market is exploding. Equine ART is growing. Even if you're not doing these procedures today, understanding them could open up new revenue streams tomorrow. Plus, many of the principles translate across species.
Kent, what do we need to know about the logistics of the conference?
We hope to open registration next week, but there are a few important deadlines to note in the meantime. Abstract submissions are due on July 31st at midnight, and I'd encourage people not to wait. The 2025 Dr. Brad Stroud Memorial Research Awards request for proposals also ends July 31st. Students should prepare to submit their applications for AETA 2025 scholarships by August 2nd. The convention will be hosted at the Silver Legacy Resort Casino, with the hotel block closing on September 25th. Everyone listening should know AETA and CETA do not affiliate with anyone conducting telephone or email solicitations for booking hotels, and do not recommend making hotel reservations with any of these groups. Booking instructions using the Silver Legacy AETA 2025 group room rate can be found on our convention website.
And any special considerations for first-time attendees, people that have never been at an ATA before?
First-time attendees should definitely plan to arrive in time for the pre-conference seminars. They're incredibly valuable and help set the foundation for the rest of the meeting with some great social and networking events. And don't be shy about introducing yourself to speakers and other attendees. Our community is remarkably welcoming and collaborative.
Yeah, they really are. And this program really seems to balance tradition with innovation really well.
That's exactly what we're going for, Kelsey. We want to honor the fundamentals that have made our field successful while embracing new technologies and approaches. Whether you're a veteran embryo transfer practitioner or just starting, there should be something that challenges you and helps you grow.
Kent, any final thoughts for our listeners?
Just that this convention represents the best of what our profession has to offer: trailblazing science, practical application, professional development, and community. The convention committee has worked incredibly hard to put together something special, and I really believe this is one of our best meetings yet. Also, come check out Reno. The board met up at the Silver Legacy Hotel and Casino for our winter board meeting. We were all impressed, not just by the hotel, but the city as well. Reno is flourishing, and I know our members will have a great time here.
Well, I've been to Reno before, and I know I'm convinced. Thanks so much for giving us this preview, Kent. It sounds like an outstanding program.
Absolutely. The breadth and depth of topics are really impressive. Our listeners should definitely check out the convention details and stay tuned for registration information through the website.
Thanks for having me, everyone. We'll share registration news and the latest AETA 2025 updates to our convention website, annual meetings email list, and Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. See you all at the convention.
Thanks again, Kent, for taking the time to walk us through what promises to be an exceptional convention. For our listeners, make sure to visit the AETA 2025 website for the tentative program details, abstract submissions information, hotel specifics, application instructions for student scholarships, and more. You won't want to miss the 2025 AETA CETA ACTE annual convention.
Well, that brings us to the end of another episode of AETA Talks. If you enjoy our show, be sure to like, subscribe, and rate us, and spread the word to friends and colleagues. We welcome all feedback at aeta@associationheadquarters.org. And for show notes, previous episodes, and more about the AETA, check out aeta.org.
And thanks again to Vitelli for supporting AETA and by sponsoring today's episode and helping advance the future of embryo transfer.